You really mean business.
I really mean business.
I think I need to stop drinking the cocktails. So I've been a bottle blonde for more than a decade, a bright bottle blonde, and about 6 months ago I decided I wanted to make a change. I was seeing a lot of damage, and if I had even a little bit of regrowth on the anchor desk, it looked like a black hole was on top of my head. I didn't want to have as much maintenance as far as coming to the salon to get my color retouched. I decided I wanted to go back to my natural color, or well, close to it, but I was scared. Any of you out there who have been a specific color for a long time know that making a transition or trying something new is frightening because you don't know how it's going to look and you don't want it to be too drastic too quickly. My stylist Chrissy said she could do it safely, and by safely I mean not get any more damage to my hair and not have a huge drastic difference. It's taken a few months, but I've also found the right products to use to make sure I can maintain the color longer, so now I'm not having to come to the salon as often, which isn't necessarily a good thing because I love coming in here. So let's go ahead and get my hair done. Chrissy is putting color in right now, and I think you're putting in 2 colors, so tell me what you're doing.
We are going to do a highlight low light of 2 different colors. We had been transitioning you from a lighter blonde into a sandier, kind of more rooty blonde without using a balayage technique, so that when the light is hitting when you're on air, that you're not seeing too much of a shadow. So I'm creating more of a mid-tone right now. We're breaking up some of the highlights that we had through the top, as well as adding a mid-tone in to complement the darker color that we had done the previous appointment. And then I'm gonna keep a few lighter, brighter pieces around your face too, just to add dimension and create a little bit of brightness there.
Now, you and I have been working together since, I believe my first appointment was either in April or May.
Yeah.
So how long does it typically take to transition from, I mean, I called myself a bright bottle blonde because I think bleach can sound negative.
Oh, it is, totally.
But you know, that's where we've been. And how long did it take, do you think, essentially, for me to get to where I am now?
I would say probably 3 or 4 appointments to keep the hair really healthy. We kind of broke it up, but we didn't want it to look too stark because you were so light before. Sometimes adding in a darker color right off the bat and choosing one can make it look a little bit harsh. So having multiple tones in there and adding a little bit of dimension and having a little bit of depth in the back and a little bit of brightness through the front makes it look a little bit more natural. And it can be easier maintenance when either transitioning from light to dark or dark to light.
When you have the balayage technique that is very popular right now on air, sometimes it can look like there's a lot of regrowth, which then on air doesn't necessarily look as professional, or maybe it's just my taste. So let's talk about the difference and why you would do one versus the other.
Okay, so we're doing essentially a full highlight and low light today. So keeping it a little bit rootier is more of a modern technique because you don't have to worry about, see how close we are to the root right now. You know, this, when it grows out, can look a little bit more, you'll see like more of that line of demarcation, and you'll see a little bit more of that regrowth. However, when you do it kind of feathered and you don't go quite as high to the root, it can be a little bit more diffused, which is a little bit less maintenance.
Even though I do like to come in more frequently for personal preference and being on air, I find that I can't really see the regrowth anyways, which is such a huge, I mean, it would be 4 weeks and you get the littlest bit of dark brown. And boy, it looks like you haven't been to the salon in months.
Right, and that's a good thing about, you know, with your natural color being a little bit deeper, more of a mid-tone, being really, really, really light, you'll see that line really quickly. For you, I think it's more compatible with what you're doing to have a highlighted look.
I have to tell you, life changer, game changer, hair changer is Olaplex. If you have not heard about it before, Chrissy, fill us in, because I think it has changed my hair from root to tip.
Yes. Olaplex is an additive and a treatment that you can put into the color. So we actually have a liquid form that's right here. I have my little initial. I have my initial on it, so no one takes it from me.
That's how valuable it is.
That's how valuable it is. This is going to protect the hair from damage from the color and compromising the hair. It also will repair damage that already exists.
See, you should have like PhD behind your name.
I see, it's professional hairdresser. It's PhD.
I love it. Professional hairdresser,
Yep.
PhD.
Yep.
So Chrissy has hers and
Yep.
then some. So you're finishing up here at the top. And,
Yes.
And how long will we let this process today?
This will be about 20 minutes on today.
I find that going from blonde to brunette seems to be scarier than from brunette to blonde.
Yep.
Am I right? Is that
It
just a
is.
personal thing?
It can be quite shocking to go from lighter, brighter, more light reflection in the hair to a little bit more depth.
What does someone need to do when they are going in and saying, hey, I'm ready for a change, and they've never done something like this before?
I think the most important thing is communicating. So a lot of our clients will have photos. Even people will bring photos for stuff that they don't want. I'll show them a swatch book and say, what's too light, what's too dark.
Okay, now I know 70% fun husband-boyfriend talk, 30%
Yep.
business.
Yes, 70% hair.
Oh,
30%.
Woo!
70%.
70% hair, 30% husband-boyfriend.
Yep.
You really mean business.
I really mean business.
I think I need to stop drinking the cocktails. You mentioned it earlier about people bringing in pictures.
Yes.
And I have a lot of viewers who will email and say, I love your hair. What color
Yeah, you've
do you
actually
get
sent
put
me a
on?"
couple clients. Thank you.
A couple of clients have come your way, which I think is wonderful.
Yes.
I am very confident in your work.
Thank you.
When people say that, though, I oftentimes don't know how to answer what color you're putting in my hair.
Right.
And that goes back to that kind of expectation.
I think, exposing them to the education part of it, sharing with them the book and showing them, this is the darkest, this is the lightest, here's where we're gonna kind of sit you in this range. What's actually achievable is really important because someone might love your hair color, but their natural color could be 4 levels darker than yours. So even getting there, it's going to look a little bit different on them. I'm going to sit here and process for the next 20 minutes, relax, read a magazine, finish my drink, and then Chrissy will take out the foils, and then we're gonna do a trim. So right now I'm gonna sit with this Olaplex treatment on for about 10 minutes, and then we'll rinse everything out. But this is gonna make everything soft and glossy and wonderful and keep your color a lot longer. And the head massage doesn't feel bad either. Okay, we're finished, and now I'll see you another 6 weeks. Yes, I'll see you in 6 weeks.
Okay.
Can't wait. Thank you guys.
Chrissy used 4 different products on my hair today, and I typically use them during the week. The first one is what's called oil, and it helps smooth the hair, and it actually makes it dry faster, so it cuts my drying time in half in the morning. The second product that she used was oil non-oil, and this helps smooth and protect the hair before you blow dry it, so you put this on when it's wet. The third product she used to add a root lift was the sea salt, and she just used 1 spray throughout my hair to make sure it had a nice lift at the root, and I'm always looking for more volume. And the fourth product is a dry texturizing spray you use at the end to give a nice finish and a little more body. I hope you've had as much fun as I have at the salon today. I'm just sorry you didn't get a cocktail. If you like what you saw, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. And if you have any questions, comment below. I respond to everything. And if you want to make sure you stay up to date every Monday on our latest YouTube video, go ahead and subscribe. Have a good week.